already starting to get warm outside. Well, now that summer's coming around the corner, it's time to start doing a little spring cleaning, get things cleaned up, and one thing you can focus on is your car. Brian Bowersock here this morning. We're talking about belts, not the ones around your waist, but the ones that help keep our cars running, and it's really important to make sure that we stay up to service.
Absolutely, and a good time to talk about it. This is April's Car Care Month, National Car Care Month, as we spoke about before. So, but today we're talking about belts, and the reason why is it's one of those things that's often forgotten or not looked at regularly. Belts shouldn't be in check during regular service just to make sure things are going well with them, because there's all kinds of things that can happen to them over time. A typical serpentine belt that we have nowadays, most cars have just one belt on them. Runs all the accessories, such as the air conditioning, power steering, things like that. Water pump on a lot of vehicles, which is very important to keeping you going. In the old days, we had V-belts. If you broke one, you could get by sometimes. The other systems were still working. So we want to keep a good eye on the belts and make sure that we don't end up with a belt failure.
We don't want to lose our air conditioning when things are starting to warm up, right?
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Yes.
That or overheating the car or power steering make it difficult to steer the vehicle on some vehicles. So if you get your belts looked at regularly when your car is serviced at a quality facility, usually you'll never end up with a belt failure. But there are a lot of different kinds of belt failures. Belts do fail from time, so we typically recommend, no matter what, a belt's usually worn out between 4 years and 50,000, 60,000 miles in that area. We want to keep a good eye on them. We can actually take a look at them and determine how worn they are. And there's all different kinds of things that fail. As you see, we have some belts here. We have a belt that's actually failed and broke. We have another belt that actually on the inside is in great shape, but it had a problem on the outside where one of the pulleys were dragging on it and destroyed the backside of the belt, which can cause belt failure. And then just the belts that fail from age and pieces start coming out of them.
How expensive is it to repair the belt?
It really depends on the type of vehicle. Some diesels have really wide serpentine belts on them, and they can be quite expensive, but for the most part usually runs to replace one somewhere between $100 and $200 with the belt and labor and things like that on most vehicles.
Are there other parts that you should repair if the belt breaks along with it?
Well, what should be checked is all the pulleys to make sure there's nothing in any of the other pulleys that are damaging the belt, along with take a good look at the tensioner and idler pulleys that the belt run on, and make sure that we got the right tension, because there's a spring in this that keeps the belt tensioned, and most serpentine belts have only one tensioning point, and if it starts to get weak, we don't have enough tension on the belt, and we can get the belt slipping or dragging, doing things that will shorten the life of the belt.
All right, Brian, thank you so much for these wonderful tips. We want to keep that car running and keep it cool.
Absolutely. That's very true.
And you stay cool the rest of this weekend. Things are heating up, Brooke says. We'll see you back next weekend. Thank you.
For sure.